boss, just flow. Aim at Jamie's on his run the show. No pressure, just profits. Yo, ninja touch, we get rid of it. Gain confidence for your benefits. Creativity is key, let's work to it. Plus we got free prizes every week. Honey there, we got the help if you need it. The honey there, check in with us. The honey there, check in with us. The honey there, check in with us. Honey, 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 honey there, yeah.
Hey, oh, hey. Awesome.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome, welcome.
You didn't see me here?
No, I was grabbing links. I was just running around. I was trying to get everything. And I was just expecting to come back and my face was going to pop up. I wasn't expecting two faces. Super glad you are.
Yeah, I was busy deep in my computer editing when you said, hey, we're on in 3 minutes. And I'm like, I quickly got to open everything up. And I opened it up and you were there. I'm like, oh, you've seen me. Okay, I'll just keep quiet.
Awesome. Awesome. No, I was just getting started. Awesome. Cool. Well, I'm really excited about today's topic because it's all about handling objections. And the thing is I've had so many salespeople fire at me. You know, that like that rapid fire kind of like, I say, yeah, but yeah, I just don't know if this is the right time for me. And they're like, fire back at you.
Yep.
Have you had that experience?
Yes.
And it's so funny. It's a very manipulative sales tactic. Guys, we are way against manipulative sales tactics. We do not do them here. We don't. And so when I've had that happen, immediately they've lost me. Immediately, they've already lost the sale. Even if it's something I want. I go, oh, shoot, I'm going to go find another salesperson.
Yeah, I'm going to find someone else that sells the same product, which we have done, even when it's been a car. And then we found someone that was actually took the time to listen to us. And so when we had what was necessarily an objection, instead of using techniques that most salespeople have learned, here's the top 10 ways to handle objections. No, the very number one way to handle objection is listen to the true reason that someone is saying it. What are you doing over there?
I'm answering Jenny. Hi, Jenny. Jenny's watching us on one of the platforms, so I was just replying to her.
Right, yeah. So, and how many of you folks out there have had that experience where you're actually talking to someone, you're interested in the product, you honestly share? Well, the problem is, or the challenge right now is, and then they start doing technique. They start going, oh, here's my whole bunch of how to handle objections responses. Oh, you said it's about money? Well, how much money are you going to lose if you don't get this money? You said about time? Well, you're going to be running out of time. What about the time? What about the time you'll save by doing this? Well, do you really care about your families, your friends, your children, and your future? If you don't do anything like this right now, then that's just going to get worse and worse. Plus at least 15 others that I've heard repeatedly. There is truth to them, but those techniques only work if you've created a genuine connection and you genuinely care and you're looking to help the person. And that other way to observe their situation, which is handling objection, comes from a place of understanding based on where they really are.
Yeah, it's really important. It's really important to actually yes and the objections. And for those of you who have trained with us, you already know what yes anding that objection is. It's a game or a brain entrainment that Jamie teaches. It's used in improv, specifically comedy improv, but we use improv a little bit differently. We use improv for personal growth. And the reason why is because when you start to play games and you add rules on the games, the rules create stress. And when we're in moments of stress, we revert back to habit. And so we can quickly identify the habits that are affecting companies' money flow, affecting people's blocks in success. And then when we go to objections, it's really important that you agree with their objection.
Yes. And yes, and one of the reasons why it's very important to agree with their objection is to make them feel comfortable and heard. It'll make them feel as though they're not being sold to, they're actually being supported. Because remember, real sale is supporting people, not just speaking at people until they give you money.
It's like Jace talks about in How to Sell from Stage. Jace talks about two sides of the river, and you're on one side of the river and you're going to do these stepping stones to get your clients to the other side of the river, which means that what we have to do is we have to cross the river and meet them where they're at. So when they have the objection, we have to be on their side of the river with understanding, with empathy, and all of that. And then we lock arms with them and we help them get across the river.
Mm-hmm. And the way to really understand that person is, of course, the different personality codes, understanding human behavior, so you can really create a connection instead of an hour in a minute. When you understand all these elements, you know how to speak to the person in such a way you can connect to them quickly, very quickly, and you can turn up their trust dial so then they can hear what you're saying. And we teach that to those that have a ethical purpose for their sales. They're not just out to make money, they're out to make a difference. And the brain entrainment stuff, Amy was saying, that yes and exercise, if you want a very basic understanding of it, go join some improv troupe somewhere, play some improv games with them, and that's a great intro to it. The way we use it is a little more advanced, much like you might have a knife and chop up your dinner and eat it with, but if you give that same knife to Gordon Ramsay, you're going to have a different meal. So it's kind of like that. It's the same skill set, but when it's connected with brain entrainment as well as self-awareness and human behavior, you get a really strong understanding on how to use it in such a way that it creates a positive outcome, a positive result. So what we're looking at is tip, important thing number one. Don't just go, oh, hey, I Googled 10 things to say to overcome objections and then just rapid fire them out. Or go, oh, here's 3 if they say they don't have money. Here's 3 if they say they don't have time. Here's 3 if they say they got to speak to their spouse or partner. Here's 3 if they've got to think about it. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think about it. I'm a personality type that if, like, when Amy speaks to me, if she was trying to sell me something, she'd present the information. She'd go, you got any other questions? Then she'd say, why don't you just think about it? I need to know by later today or maybe sometime tomorrow. And then I come back before then and go, well, here's my answer because I've had time to think about it. But if she goes, well, any of those techniques on me, my answer is no. I don't know why I'm saying no, but I feel emotional pressure and I don't want that pressure. So I'm saying no to a pressure that's been created that doesn't need to be created. So that's really understanding who you're speaking to. And you learn all that within the first 2 or 3 minutes. First 2 or 3 minutes, you can get an understanding of the person you're speaking to. Then you can communicate with them about what's really the problem. Remember the 4 layers of human behavior, or the 4 laws of human behavior. Number 1, everyone is suffering. Number 2, everyone's wearing a mask. Where's my confetti? Or balloons. Number 3, where everyone's pretending they're not wearing a mask. And number 4 is that who we are is a result of childhood suffering or punishment and reward. Childhood punishment and reward. So most people are selling to the personality type they are rather than selling to the person they're trying to get to buy it, and they're selling to that person's mask that that person isn't aware that they're wearing. What you really want to do is connect to the suffering person behind those two masks, the real person, because they're the one that really needs whatever it is that you're selling. When you connect with them within the first 3 or 4 minutes, then you're just helping a friend find the money to get something to help them.
Jenny just said in the chat, hi, Gay. Gay is Jenny, one of Jenny's really close friends from college. They went to college together. And I haven't personally met her, but I've heard so much about her from Jenny that I just like, girlfriend, you're my sister. Nice to see you, Gay. So big, huge shout out. Yeah, awesome. Very cool. Yeah. And the thing is when you can connect with somebody quicker, you build that trust quicker with them. It's so much easier. And the way that we do it is more of a flow around sales. You know, it's really important. What we have a saying, no force, just flow, no pressure, just profit. You never feel like you're selling ever again. We can show you how to ensure that your product or service is the next natural step that people choose to take based on neuroscience and human behavior. And that's what we're looking at it. So you don't have to feel like you're being pushy. It's funny. We were speaking to our comedian partners a couple weeks ago, and even they were talking about, because we went and watched this comedy show and the comedians were great, but every single one of them went like, they're funny, they're funny, they're funny, they're funny, they're funny. And then they would shift to like, here's my swag. And it was like, all of a sudden they shift into this pitch. And it was super awkward. And so one of the comedians we talked to, he said, yeah, I totally feel dirty. Like, I feel like I'm having such a good time. But the funny thing about comedians is they have the one quality that is, for me, the most difficult to teach another person. And that's the humor. They already have the humor. They can already sell using humor. And it was just cracking us up because we're just like, you guys are so brilliant already. You have it. It's right there. And yeah, so that's part of it. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Jamie.
they've already created a connection. They've got a connection with a crowd full of people that want more of them. And then all they have to do is do the sale. And that's typical as well as most salespeople. Most people that have learned this list of how to handle objections is they've gone from talking all about a product or a service to now selling that service. You know, they've gone from hey to oh, okay. There's an energy shift.
It.
And he's going, oh damn, you're not saying yes straight away. You've got an objection. Right, now what do I remember from that list I downloaded from Google? Here's the thing. You transform an objection by dealing with it before it comes up. And there's two ways in which Amy's excellent at this, of observing the human behavior to get rid or recognize where there's a problem before it happens. And the other way in transforming objections is you're seeding the potential goal based on their desired outcome. Not what they say, but their true desired outcome. So, and you learn that by observing them in the connecting phase of any sale. When you genuinely connect to the person, they open up and they share stuff to you. People say stuff to me all the time. People say stuff to Amy all the time. It's like, oh my God, I've never told anybody that, because we connected. And then they just shared a deep, revealing secret or a situation. And so then when we say, hey, you know, the next best step for you, from what I see, is option ABC. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, let me think about it. I'm like, sure. Like, if there's something that I can answer right now, like what's the main area that you want to think about? Is it the money? Is it the product? Is it the amount of time it would take? Like, because if I can help you right now understand some of that, you've got less to think about. But by all means, I want you to think about it. I don't want you just to rush in here and buy it straight away because I know it's good for you. I want you to know it's good for you. So how can I help? And then you do this magical thing, salespeople. You shut up.
It was so great. We actually were coaching this kid the other day, super cute kid. And I was like, we got off the first call with him, and Jamie goes, I know how he could increase his sales conversions by 50%. And I go, I think I know what you're going to say. He's like, what? And I said, you're going to tell him he just needs to shut up. And so when we gave him that feedback, he goes, oh my God, I know I talk too much. He pulled 2 sticky notes out, and he goes, one of the sticky notes he has up next to his camera that says, shut up, you talk too much. And I'm so happy that he had that awareness. It's so great because I had to learn that.
And
I had to learn to shut up.
And sorry, I jumped. I thought you'd finished your sentence. You're like, I had to learn to shut up. But no, you said it twice and you caught me off guard. So so much so that I forgot what.
Maybe I should have stopped with the first sentence. Like I needed to shut up in that moment.
I needed to shut up. And you see how I learned it? No. I need to shut up. 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 Yes, Monty Python.
I like what you say about listening, though. You say when you speak, you reveal. When you talk, you reveal. When you listen, you learn. And it's not for us to, as salespeople, to get on a call or be in that conversation and impress people about how much we know. They actually don't care. They actually don't. And I used to think that that's what I had to do. Like I had to go, this is all the stuff around, this is all the ingredients, and this is the list of all of it, and it's going to do all these things. You know, I used to think that we had to do that. And so I was selling. I wasn't listening. When you start to listen, you never feel like you have to sell ever again. And when you listen, and you listen very actively and very intently, you can see their objection before it comes out of their mouth. And if you can negate the objection before they've actually verbalized it, you have won the game already. You have already won.
That's right. And what is one of the key ways, or one of the most significant ways when you're going through any of the stuff you're saying or doing, where you can notice where a person has an objection?
Are you asking me what I can do?
Yeah, I mean, because I know you know it. I know it. Actually, you know more than one. I mean, you know a whole bunch. But what's one of the key ones that people should look for as salespeople?
So salespeople should be watching the lips. There's several different motions with the lip. You can do a lip compression, which is like, that's where the lips actually enter the teeth. There's object insertion. I've got like, it's like a pin, like you might put the pen in your mouth. And then there's also a lip retraction, where it's just kind of like pulling the lips back. It's not quite, it might be one-sided, which is a little bit of contempt sometimes. And then it might be what's the other one? Oh, smile. A smile. Smile. So you want to be watching the lips, especially when you give a price, because if they compress their lips, you got some work to do.
Yeah.
They are objecting to that price. They are objecting. Now, if they're just compressing their lips and you notice a lip compression, it's not, if you don't know what was just said or what was previous to it, it's important that you don't decide what it means. So until you connect the reason why they did it, you don't know until you're noticing it. Like you have to remember what was just said. So.
That's true. The lip compression is the main one. Just start there. When you're speaking to someone, if they do a little bit of a lip compression, remember, what was it that I just said, or what's the subject that I'm talking about, and create an understanding. This is where all these brain entrainment exercises are super valuable, because the what are you doing version that we teach is having you in your brain fully observant, in your brain fully remembering every moment that's take place, while you're in your brain creatively looking at the next moment for you to have success. So you're in 3 different parts of your brain observing the whole situation. So when you can be fully and completely connected to the person you're speaking with, while being in a different part of your brain, keeping a tally of different words they've said and why they've said it, you've got a smorgasbord, a plethora. Ooh, there's a good word. You have a plethora of.
It's really like when it's used aggressively.
Thank you, Boston Legal.
That's a Boston Legal reference.
I know, I was waiting for it. So then you have a plethora of verbiage that's going to support the outcome you want to need. Now, this is like when we were talking about before, where Amy says, I say it all the time. When you speak, you reveal. When you listen, you learn. The very first part of meeting someone for a sale is connecting. You have to listen to learn about them so you can connect with them. If you don't connect, it's very difficult for everything else. And so the next part of that is stop trying to be interesting. Be interested in them. Be interested in that. Be interesting when you go to step 2, which is the coach phase. But in the initial phase, be interested. Stop trying to be interesting. So.
Awesome. Okay, guys, we have an event coming up March 20th, and I am going to put Jace's link in here for you guys as well. Guys, go sign up for it. It's limited seating. Bring your sales scripts, bring your intro. We're going to be doing some hot seats. And we are going to be, where did it go? We are going to be doing some hot seats, and a few people are going to get chosen for us to revamp their scripts or their intros right there and add more humor into it. So, and humor is the most effective way to affect change.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to be liked, which really helps as a leader, really helps as a coach, really helps as an influencer, really helps doing sales where people feel they can like you. They feel like they can trust you. Humor is the absolute quickest way you can do that. And knowing the rhythm of a situation and where it's starting to drop down, but a piece of humor can lift it back up. You can actually have your experiences lift and lift and lift. So.
Yeah. And in fact, I went ahead and I put a link into the chat, but I would like to just show you guys really quickly how to sign up because it's actually really, really easy. So basically you're going to, let me just share my screen here. Where did it go? Here it is. Okay. So right here, you're basically going to just quickly click the sign up here button, limited seats. It's going to pop you onto this page. Put your name, your email address, and your phone number. Like that. And then you're going to just click enter payment information. It's going to pop you to this screen right here. Now you see that the price says 47 right here where it says enter coupon code, enter 50 HTMK and hit apply. And that is going to drop that price to half price. Now, if you want to bring another friend for half price, you can click this button here and it'll give you 2 tickets, but you got to enter the code again, 50 HTMK and hit apply, and it'll bring it back down. Okay. So anytime you change it, it drops it back to the regular price. Then just put your information in and away you go. And we will have, we're going to, like we said, we're going to be doing some hot seats. So it's going to be awesome. That's going to be March 20th at 5 o'clock on Zoom. You don't have to go anywhere. You can stay home. You can even stay in your pajamas if you want, but we do recommend that you be on camera so you can learn more and have fun. It's going to be interactive. It's not going to be just you sitting there watching TV. We're going to be interacting with you and talking with you and answering your questions and bringing you up, and you're going to learn so many cool things. We're going to do a sales training on that. And then the comedians are going to teach you how to add more funny, and they're going to be funny. They're going to do some stand-up for you guys that night.
So it's going to be a very fun learning experience.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yep. So we'll see you there, and we appreciate every single one of you. Jamie, what should they remember?
Remember, folks, it's a tough world out there. Everyone is suffering in their own way, and there's something you can do to make the world a better place. Very simple. All you have to do is share a smile. So remember, smile at a stranger, and if you're adventurous, give them a little wink.
1, 2, 3, yeah. 4, money there, no fuss, just flow. Aim at Jamie's hunters run the show. No pressure, just profits. Young ninja touch, we get rid of it. Gain confidence for your benefits. Creativity is key, let's work to it. Plus we got free prizes every